Hey, what's up, wrong person? Hey, you haven't been this early in a while. Although I also haven't been streaming as much in a while. How you doing, man? Didn't expect you to go live at this time. Yeah, me too. That makes two of us. That makes two of us. Honestly, I was like having second thoughts like for the last like half an hour. I've been like second guessing myself. I've been yeah, I've been internally debating whether or not to stream. Hey, what's up, Mighty? Good to see you, man. Good to see you again, Kat. How you doing? Is chat not working again? Okay, chat was not working again. I re-downloaded Star Rail and got Acheron. You re-downloaded Star Rail? Oh wait, this is news to me. You played Star Rail and you quit, and you re-downloaded it and got Acheron. Isn't Acheron an old-ish character? Or what is Acheron? Is she some kind of like standard 5-star or something? Hello, Monsieur RJ. Hey, what's up, Ali? Good to see you, man. Hey, hello, Asuna. How you doing? Stream's a little late, right? It's, you know, well, not just a little, but late, yeah. Acheron rerun. Acheron's the Raiden Shogun of HSR. So, okay, I'm kind of... So, I keep hearing that HSR is just... Like, power creep is, like, a thing in HSR. I mean, it's a thing in Genshin, too. But, like, in Genshin, it's, like, so subtle and, like, really slow and gradual. But I keep hearing that in HSR, it feels like every new character is like a new, you know, it's like a new character that breaks the game. It was released in 2.1, and we're second half of 2.6. Needed some advice. Oh, okay. Advice about what, Asuna? Hi, what's up, Aoi? Good to see you, man. Everything okay, Asuna?
私と打ち合う気この燃え上がる炎で討伐となるがいい闇来たる破滅の時のカウントダウン開始だ
I think my skill didn't hit anything. I didn't get any particles from that.
全員を焼き尽くしたい届けるといいよ火炎を刻め落日はすべての始まりに過ぎる
No. Oh, what? I pressed E and I realized my second E there. And then in the second phase? Yeah, in the second phase, didn't hit anything. So I didn't get any orbs. I didn't get my insta charge shot. Yeah. I tried to use OTGs. OTG? What's OTG? Play Genshin with keyboard and mouse. But the... Oh, OTG like... It's like a just the USB cable, right? Controls didn't even show up. I have exams going on. I'm wandering on YouTube. I don't think everything's okay. Oh, man. I mean, okay. You know, alright. I gotta say, I kind of... That feeling seems familiar to me. Like, you know that you have something really important to do. And it's like due really soon, and you have to. You just have to start working on it now. Right? You have to be working on it now. And you even know that even if you started working on it 15 minutes ago, still wouldn't be enough time. You would still be late. Right? Like, it still wouldn't be enough. But somehow, you just hate that feeling so much that you're like, screw it, I don't care. I want to do what I want. I'm not going to do what I need to do. I'm just going to do whatever I want. And that has often gotten me into like really big trouble. But then like what are they gonna do? They're gonna hang me? You're gonna put me in prison? And like I know it's not a... By the way, I'm sharing this story. I'm not promoting this behavior. I'm saying that I'm sharing this story. I guess, well, yeah, I guess because I just want to share this story. I just want to let other people know that it's like, it's not a very nice place to be at. Like when you're so pressured, like when you're under so much pressure that you just want to give up. Even though you know it's going to get you into a lot of trouble, like you're going to end up losing so much by just, you know, saying screw it. I hate everything. I don't care. Like now and then like get into all that trouble and like lose everything that you, well, you know, you're going to lose because of not doing your responsibilities. Darn it. Okay. I couldn't activate the skill. No, I swapped out too early. Okay, hang on. I missed a couple of messages earlier. A couple of long ones. Where were they? Hard to explain. Meta shifts towards different niches. Every power creep character has their comeback when the meta shifts back between each niche. So what... Okay. If the meta can... In a game that doesn't have PvP, by the way, right? Game that doesn't have PvP has a quote-unquote meta. Try and think back to... Try and think to... Oh, well, I guess I'm going to phase 2 then. Try and think about, like, what is driving this meta? Is there like some kind of artificial force that's driving the meta a certain direction? Right? Like, for example, from what I know, HSR has multiple, like, way more forms of endgame compared to Genshin. And if it's anything like Spiral Abyss in Genshin Impact and Imaginary Theater, then there is a very direct way, a very, well, basic way, a very simple way that rotating endgame, rotating the quote-unquote meta in a non-PvP game is as easy as just switching out the lineup of enemies in the endgame content. So when this, in HSR, this quote-unquote meta shift, what's driving it? Is this quote-unquote meta shift because they changed the lineup in the endgame content in the game? Bro, here. I didn't touch my book the whole year and read for 4 hours and did today's exam. Unfortunately, it went good. I was only thinking of passing grade. Oh, man. That sounds exactly like me when I was still a student, man. Man, I don't know what to say about it. Like, Okay, look at me now, right? I'm not in a terrible place. I'm not in a terrible place in life, but I'm also not in a great place. I think if I was a lot more, if I persevered a lot more, like if I persevered a lot more when I was still a student, and that's not the right team. And if I had been more responsible, I think I could have easily ended up somewhere much better, with a slight chance of still basically ending up where I am right now. But I think that, yeah, right, yeah, you get what I'm saying. But I also could have easily got ended up somewhere a lot worse than where I am now. If I had done exactly the same thing, or made much poorer choices in life. Adapter to use keyboard and mouse on mobile. I feel like that's, especially on. Well, I don't think that's ever possible on iOS, but on Android, it's probably. It's not even 50-50 whether it works, man. Like, the odds of it working are like I don't even know what number to tell you, man. Just pretty low, right? They might even work on one app, but will partially work in other apps, but will completely just won't just completely won't work on other apps. Like, this just the nature of, especially because like there's no like universal like, especially most Android devices. There's probably like some very obscure unknown devices out there that have first party support for like mouse and keyboard, but most of the mainstream Android devices do not have first party mouse and keyboard support. Maybe some Samsung phones, like with Dex. I don't know if you've heard about Dex. It's like Samsung's desktop thing mode that you could connect your phone to, like I believe a monitor or like a TV even. I'm not quite. I don't remember exactly how it works, but there's like a bunch of features in it. I don't think my favorite break niche or follow up attack niche. Okay, this is getting like technical. I have no idea what this stuff is. It's an artificial force, but because of that, it means no character really falls off super hard. Okay, okay, that's pretty cool. Nice to see that they're implementing like what they've been doing in Genshin seems to be like working quite a lot more, quite a lot better in their newer games. In this case, HSR. Because they probably already, well, they had the experience already in Genshin. RJ, today I'm gonna be watching the nominees for the Game Awards. Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that like in my on my YouTube feed. Like there was like I believe it was. I don't think it was like the official channels of like whoever's gonna officially live stream it, but it was like someone probably scheduling a stream to like have some kind of watch party for it. And well, you know me, I just ignore that stuff. But yeah, cool. I hope Genshin wins if they, if they're nominated. If because you all know if Genshin wins something, we get something. Hi, what's up, Taz? Haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? The 4 stars first phase banner are very disappointing. Hey, it's a new character, right? Well, no, there are two characters, two new characters, right? So, what do you expect? Right? What did you expect? They're expecting a lot of players to be pulling on this banner just for Chasca and or for Ororon. So, yeah, of course. Of course they would give you disappointing other 4 stars. Sucrose though, not disappointing, although if you already have Sucrose, kind of really doesn't matter at that point. Went to the pharmacy to buy some low dose caffeine, but they have side effects. Why not just coffee, man? I had to drink very dark coffee that I didn't even feel sleepy before today evening. Most of the time when I drink coffee, I just like drinking black coffee. I drink it and I'm like, wow, this is like I don't feel happy drinking it. But coffee itself, I like the smell, and I like that well, I don't feel like the pick me up feeling instantly, but I feel it like in a couple of minutes, between a couple of minutes from after I drink it to a couple of hours. And but I like the smell. I don't like the taste, right, of black coffee, but I don't really care because nowadays, especially, um, I really only drink coffee if I truly, truly need to. Like, there's like potentially career-ending thing that I have to be doing, and I know that I'm gonna get sleepy doing it, and I have to like, stay fully awake the whole time. And if I don't, then it's like life ending or career ending. And that's the only time I drink coffee nowadays. And so I don't care if I like the taste or not. I'm kind of happy I like the smell, but I don't care. Like, I just take a sip of it every now and then. And like my only like goal there is just I need the caffeine. I just need it. Yeah, it's just, it's very practical for me. RJ, what is that goal? It's confusing. It's just like Twitch thing. What is Twitch's thing called? Sub goals, I believe. I'll be in the background. Oh, all right, all right. Hey, appreciate you lurking, Nashity. Thanks, man. I think the goal is to get one orange super chat. That's I can change the goal like anytime I want to. Like whenever I stream, I can decide whatever the goal is. For hang on, can I change it? No, I can't. I can't see the options right now. But from what I remember, like the goals are like I could choose how many, supers the goal is, and what is considered like a counted considered to be counted towards the goal, like whether it be like they have like different colors of supers, I believe, and it's basically it dependent on like how much the super was. um the cheapest I believe is like $1 or something, somewhere around there, and like the most expensive is like $50 or something. And then like I could set like a timer for the goal for like how long to reach this, and then like I don't know, like it gives me like a text box that I can type whatever I want to, when we do reach the goal, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just type in here what I'm gonna do if we reach the goal. I guess that's a fair trade. Very Xingqiu build, please. Xingqiu. Wait, who was asking for that? Was that you, Ali? Yeah, that was you. Xingqiu is just, just like any other Xingqiu. Sack Sword, 4 Emblem, C6 because it's an old account, Double Crown because he's a very old character, and I think it's worth it. I just bought one sachet again right now. I have exams the whole week, so so much coffee every night actually refreshes the mind to read. At some point, you might have to, like, you can't keep forcing yourself for too long with caffeine, because even though you don't feel sleepy, your reflexes and your brain, your brain and your reflexes, they're still tired. Caffeine doesn't give you energy. It just stops you from, or at least slows down or reduces that feeling of being sleepy. And I've experienced that like plenty of times where I don't feel sleepy, but I can tell that like my reaction speed and like my brain just isn't working as, yeah, like normal. Like like it takes me like way longer, like obviously longer than normal to like react to whatever anyone says. So yeah, like I don't know. I would recommend, like, if you're gonna force yourself to live off of coffee for like more than a day, I'd recommend like max probably 3 days. Any longer than that, then like it kind of doesn't really work anymore. I mean, like you still have the caffeine, right? Like you still feel less sleepy than you would if you hadn't had caffeine, but your senses and your reflexes are still shot. So, you know, your slow reflexes at that point and like your brain just not working as efficiently as it would be, sort of takes away from how you're not, sleepy. And at that point, it's just better to get some rest. What happens when we reach the goal? It depends on the streamer, I believe. It depends on whatever the streamer says they're gonna do if we reach the goal. I could do as little as just say thanks, or I could do something real crazy. I don't know. It really depends on the streamer. Just an ordinary build also have C6. I mean, everybody at AR60 probably has C6 in Cho, man. Well, maybe not everyone, but like 99% of people at AR60 already have C6 of a lot of the old 4 stars. C6 4 stars, especially the old ones on really old on old accounts. Old accounts that have been played on actively for a very long time. Like most of the you can kind of expect most of them, most of the 4 stars to be C6 already. Like, okay, I can't. How do I? Can I? No. Okay, 4 stars. How do I filter by? What filter did I? No. Quality there. Okay. All right. 4 stars, right? Okay, what? Oh, I guess the filter really only works here. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna go here. Let's see. 4 stars. Okay. Right, there you go. All right, Xingqiu, right? Oh, okay. No. The 4 star, the filter does work here too. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, Gaming is not an old 4 star. Kirara is not an old 4 star. Kirara also has barely had any reruns. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Kave was on some really banging banners. Well, okay, Kave hasn't been on that many banners, but he was on, I believe, Kave's release. He was on a Nahida banner, which is why I have him C6. Dory, not an old 4 star, but she was on some really good banners, right? Layla, okay, Mika is a very obscure 4 star. Like, how many times has Mika been on a banner? Not a lot, I think. Obviously, new 4 star, right? Yeah, especially the older 4 stars. They're not, well, except for these ones. Barbara, Amber, Lisa, and Kaya, because they're standard 4 stars. You can only get their constellations from the standard banner. Yeah. Also, another thing too, because Xingqiu is such a prominent 4 star, if Hoyo knows that the 5 star on the banners are not very popular, or there's like a really good, there's like a really popular 5 star set of banners coming after, coming in the next patch or like in the later half of a patch, they'll put really popular 4 stars like Xingqiu, for example. So yeah, Xingqiu's been on banners quite a lot. Quite a lot. So yeah, it's not that hard to get C6 of Xingqiu, especially if your account's been played on actively for a while. Doesn't matter. I just want not to fall asleep at night. I sleep at the evening. At evening on exam days. Oh, okay. Well, that's alright, right? That's good. That's good. At least you get some rest, right? That's really the important thing. Hey, what's up, Mr. J? How you doing? Usually watches Daily Dose of Ziox series when the goal is complete. Daily Dose of Ziox. Oh my god. Wait, is that... is there, is there something I should be aware of? Like, with... What's wrong with the Daily Dose of Ziox? Is this like some kind of series? What the... What? What was that? I got multiple hits from that plunge attack. That was pretty cool. I remember that's a thing. Like, especially Zhao mains, I believe. Sometimes try to take advantage of that. It's not necessarily a bug or a glitch. It's more like it's just part of the game. It's I forgot what people call it. It's some kind of like something mid-air collision, I believe is what people call it. Just his random moans, nothing else. He's very ADHD friendly, so you won't have any issues with attention. It's a clip series from his stream by one of his viewers. Oh, really? What? Random moans. Oh my god, that's... It sounds so... I mean, okay, it's probably something that people enjoy watching on their own time, but like... probably really awkward to watch while other people are watching you watch it. $15 from now, 1:15, 1:37, plus 3 hours, 4:37. Okay, I can condense one more. 20 hours minus 3 hours, 20 minutes. So 1 minus 3, that's 10, 16, 10. Okay, almost 10. That sounds right. Should make an RJ rant series. I haven't been as ranty in the last long while, as I used to be. My last like big rant was about the artifact transmuter, and that was okay. Whoa, probably one of my bigger rants. I think I ranted about it for like 2+ hours. Crash divers. What is Hell Divers? Why is Helldivers so popular? What kind of game is that? I'm looking up. I'm looking it up on Google right now, and I'm kind of confused. What kind of game it is? Like some of the pictures I'm seeing on Google Images are like, so some of them are third-person shooter, but some of them also look like they're RTS. By the way, who decides which of the which games are quote unquote good or not? I mean, okay, it sounds like a stupid question, right? I know it sounds stupid. I'm listening to my own question, and I think I also think my question sounds dumb. Um, but okay, so hear me out. So there have been um, a couple of games in the last couple of years, right? Maybe in the last 10, maybe 15 years. And like I guess ever, right? There's typically like a couple of games that are that you someone hears the name of the game come out of somebody's mouth and they're like, "Hey, that's a great game." Like they just can't stop themselves from saying it's a great game. And like it's overall just universally everyone just likes it. Everyone thinks it's a good game. And like okay, I guess there is an objective way to there are some objective parts of a game, right? Like that can be objectively good and objectively bad. You know, like slot machines. Slot machines in a football game, aka FIFA. Right? Or like loot boxes that that are like really expensive but really only give you something that isn't even important, just gives you skins, right? Like loot boxes for skins, like I believe that really became mainstream because of Dota 2, and then at some point some other Dota 2, and then at some point some other MOBAs got into that, and then Counter Strike, and then basically every shooter out there. You have never had an opinion before? Yeah, and like, all right, I'm trying to explain like why my question sounds so stupid. Um, so I'm trying to outline that yes, there are objective things about a game that can make a game objectively bad or objectively good, right? So things that are like just straight up broken about a game, right? Like glitches and bugs that the developers just refuse to fix even though they're raking in cash, because it's a live service game, right? So obviously that's objectively a bad game, right? Because the developers are all, have objectively refused, are also objectively they're bad developers because they're refusing to fix something they know is broken, that everyone knows is broken. So yeah, bad game, right? Objectively a bad game. But So a game like, okay, like recently, well, so before Black, whatever, like Sun Wukong, whatever it was, there was this other game that got really, really popular and was just an instant hit to like with everyone. Hang on, what was this game? It was like sort of like, it was a story driven game, like something fantasy magic, but also not kid friendly game. The name's escaping me right now. Metaphor? No, 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 no. Um, Black Myth Wukong. Okay. Was it 2024 even, or was it last year? Man, I can't remember anymore. Shadow of the Earth Tree. No, 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 no. It was like mostly popular. I think mostly to Westerners. Um, Hang on. I'm going on like different websites now, like blogging sites, for like a list of top games. Okay, was it even a 2024 game or was it 2023? I can't remember anymore. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was last year? Oh, hey, what's up, Overpowered? Good to see you, man. Some more about the game. Okay, I don't know how to say it. Like, I really don't know much about the game. I'm pretty sure it's story based, but like the ending of the game can be changed depending on like choices that you make along the way. Um, it's fantasy. Oh, the main character that you're portraying has like long ears, like elf-ish looking. It's a dude, and the game's also kind of spicy. Like the game is like, oh god, okay, how did I forget this? I almost forgot about this. There was this like infamous bear scene. Like this game that has this, no, not infamous. It wasn't infamous. It was famous. Like this game that got talked about so much. At first it was mainly talked about because of the bear scene, and then like people started to realize, wow, this is actually a really good game. As number 3 in it, I don't remember if it had numbers in it, man. Pre-downloaded on the PS4, 68 gigabytes. What? What? Why is it so big? Baldur's Gate. That's it. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, yeah. Right. So like, okay, Baldur's Gate, Black Myth, Sun Wukong. So why are these games, uh, like just universal hits? Like just everyone's like, oh, best game of the year. Okay, Baldur's Gate. Game of the year. Black Myth, Sun Wukong. So I imagine it probably lacks, or at least has very minimal, of the things that I mentioned earlier that objectively make a game bad, right? Like game breaking bugs and stuff like that. Um, bad bad writing if it's story based, etc., and or like bad monetization that uh negatively affects gameplay experience, etc., etc., right? Like, so it probably has little to little to none of these things that make a game objectively bad. Because majority of people have a similar opinion. Game is good. Doesn't mean the game is actually good. It just means that people tell you it is. Yeah, yeah, right, right, right. And this is what I wanted to get into is, so is this is the quote unquote best game, like every year, best game ever, whatever, right? Like a really good game, like the best game. Um, is it just objectively the best game? And okay, again, my question is sounding stupid again, right? Because it seems like it's mainly subjective. It's just subjective because like more players, more of the gamers in the world just so happen to like no, certain games, these games that are universally renowned to be quote unquote good games, or like really good games, great games. Is it just because they just so happen to be made to fit more people's tastes? Oh. Because, yeah, right? Or writing. Yeah, okay, okay. Right. So, good writing, bad writing. That's like one of the the things that objectively make a good game, or a game good or bad. Right? And like excluding the good or bad thing. The things that make a game objectively good or objectively bad. Right? So, is quote unquote, are the factors that make a game really good, right? That make a game a nominee for the quote unquote best game ever, the game of the year, whatever awards it gets. Is it just because that the developers decided on they made the right choice for like exactly what game to make? Like, okay, here's an example. When Fortnite and PUBG came out, they were like the what's the word I'm looking for? What are they called? What genre? What's the name of their genre? Battle Royale. There you go. Battle Royale game genre was like really new. What does make a game objectively good except the factors that make a game objectively good? Well, no, I'm not like I'm trying to like exclude those factors, like the objective stuff, because it's kind of obvious that a game, if a game has these factors that make basically any game out there objectively good or bad, then it's like everyone will just agree that's just a good game or a bad game, right? But then like if let's say game one is perfect, like there are no game breaking bugs, it looks good, it looks good, and the monetization, monetization, there you go, monetization doesn't negatively affect the gameplay experience, right? Like this stuff, these factors that make a game objectively good or bad, and game 2 say is not as perfect as game 1. It has a couple of bugs and glitches, but the developers have recognized it and say that they're working on fixing them. The monetization, and then everything else is the same as, same quality as game 1. But game 2 is free to play, and game 1 was you had to buy it for like $20, and there are like microtransactions, and it's a game as a service. And game 3 is It's not free, but it's not a game as a service. It's just a one-time purchase. It has a few pretty big bugs. And it doesn't look as pretty. And the writing isn't as good as like in game 1 and game 2. Right? So it's easy to say, okay, then it's kind of a toss-up between game 1 and game 2 because like it's game 3 is objectively just bad, right? Why is a game good? Because you think it's good. Yeah. Right. So like, and what the point I'm trying to head towards here is like the games that are at the top of the list of everyone's list in these like in this example, the Game Awards. Are they there because they're truly good, or are they there because they just so happen to fit more players, more gamers' preferences? Okay, right there you go. All right, I think that's the best way I can word it. Right, that's the best way I can word it, I believe. And if it's the second option, then okay, conversation over, right? But if it's the first option, then other than the objective things that I mentioned earlier, the things that make a game objectively good or bad, other than that, what else makes a game quote unquote good? Fitting more players' subjective opinions also ends up making it subjectively good, doesn't it? There's more to that. RJ, TGA is BS anyway. Sorry, TGA. Oh, the Game Awards. Okay, because Diablo 4 is nominated for Best Ongoing. TGA is literally popularity vote. So what is TGA based on, by the way? Is it like the Grammys where it's just based on like some panel of like old dudes that are in charge of the whole thing? They decide, or like is it like anyone can vote? Right? Yeah. Is it like public vote? Clearly, none of y'all voted for. Okay. Okay. That's all right. That answers my question. That apparently it's by public votes. Also, I think people have just like people because like at some point like a lot of the older players in Genshin, they're like, you know, like me and a bunch of you guys, right? Like we're already like fully caught up with everything. So Genshin is like a 15-minute game a day, right? So it's a side game. And a lot of these newer games that have come out this year, right? Like like Sun Wukong, right? Black Myth, and a bunch of the other games, right? They're newer and they're fresh. So a lot of people have just decided, okay, this is gonna be my main game until like I finish it or whatever, right? So Genshin is like not taking up a lot of their attention for now. Hey, what's up? How do I read your name? Malfa Gamer. Why Malfa Gamer? Oh, that was not. And you're dead. Oh, no. I didn't get to, okay. Didn't even get to do my second E to fill up Xingqiu's energy. My bad. Nominations happened by a jury based on aggregated media coverage and such. Media coverage. Oh. Okay. By jury based on... After which people can vote. Okay, okay. Okay, so there is sort of like a... panel of judges. But it's also not just, you know, completely in their hands. It's also partially in the hands of the game developers slash publishers themselves for, like, you know, I guess like how much they spend on marketing, you know, because media coverage. Okay, that system sounds kind of reasonable. YM Alpha Gamer. That's pretty cool then. I like that name. YM Alpha Gamer. How you doing, man? Hey, what's up, Olivia? Why do you stream so late? This is not the normal time for me. This is not a normal time for me. Gamers is often criticized for not being impartial too, by the way. What? Okay. Okay. I understand that you basically just summarized like how they work, right? Like how the Game Awards works in one simplified, overly simplified statement. So obviously I don't know exactly how it works, but like just, you know, well, based off of how you described it to me, it sounds not completely, um, you know, not completely safe from potential bias, but it seems like mostly fair. Private panels always open to bias. Yeah, but then like it's so okay, right? Like you said, the jury, or like yeah, a private panel, like a panel of judges, whatever. Like certain people that were specifically selected, or like whoever, you know, the people in charge, whoever they are, they decide based on uh, overall media coverage, right? Now, media coverage. So, okay, the idea that whoever decides at least that part are these people, whoever they are, right? That part is biased, but based on the part about like overall media coverage is the part that is not biased. Like it is according to the game developer slash publisher, on like how well they made the game and how well they're maintaining the game. And when I say maintaining, I mean like, you know, how well they're maintaining relationships with the content creators that promote their games, the like how much they spend on publicity stuff, right? Like brand deals, collaborations with different brands, advertising, and everything else, right? So it's partially biased, but not completely. Like at least, you know, at least from how you explained it to me, it seems like there's no part of it that is completely biased. Like there's a part of it that's partially biased. Also decide how to interpret the data they gather so it can be bent in any way. Okay, that, yeah, again, that part is biased. Right? It's that part is partially biased. Said is totally biased. As says very much open to bias. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Like and like, it's because just the word, just okay. The game is called the Game Awards, right? And obviously they're gonna give awards to the best games out there, right? Like the games that deserve these, right? Like that they deserve these awards, right? Because these games deserve the awards because they are the best games out there. And just from the wording there, best. That's already like, again, going back to earlier. Oh no, I don't need that domain. Okay. Right, going back to earlier, there are things that could make a game objectively good or objectively bad, right? And we've established that. Um, but like other than these, there like a majority of what makes a game good or bad is subjective. Is there any redeem for a character review? Not really, not really. It just depends. Um, I have a thing. I have a peeve for reviewing accounts, and so I don't know if I could consider it a peeve, but I just have this like, I guess it is a peeve. I just have this peeve about players, no players, what about people coming into random streamers chats, random live streamers chats, and then saying, "Hey, can you review my Neuvillette? Can you review my Arlecchino? Can you review my Farina?" And then like no reason, right? No reason. They they clearly know they have a really good build, a really well built character, and they just they can you review this character, and then drops you ID, and then they say review, and what they really mean is like, hey, look at how big my dong is, right? And streamer said streamer just opens up the account, shows it on the screen for everyone to marvel at, and to me, I know it I don't know if I'm alone in this, right? I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but to me, it feels like I'm stroking your dong. And I'm not talking about you, Alpha Gamer, right? I'm talking about like this phenomenon. It's so common out there, and like I used to like open like everyone who drops a UID in chat, like they ask like, hey, can you look at this? Hey, can you do this? Whatever, right? And I used to try to open as many of them as I can. And then like what ends up happening is like I end up streaming for like 3 hours, not even being able to do anything that I needed to do, right? Any like the reason why I even logged into the game for the day. I ended up streaming for like 2-3 hours later, and my resin's capped, and I haven't even been able to do dailies. Because I've been like reviewing account after account after account after account, and then like all I've been doing is like stroking random people's dongs. Maisa just came. Maisa just came into me talking about dongs. I can explain, okay? Alright, Maisa. I can explain. You don't need to give me that face. You don't need to look at me that way. Like, if you go back a couple of minutes ago in the stream, you'll know why we're talking about dongs. Yeah, check my Arle. You won't disappoint. Okay, I think what you mean is you won't be disappointed. But yeah, actually I'm already looking at it right now. I got it up on Enka. And okay, you know what? This is the first time. This is the first time ever somebody's dropped a UID to show off a character like this. And okay, I gotta say, I gotta agree. This is definitely worth showing off. Hang on. Let me get it up first. Okay, there it is. Nope. There. Okay, got it. No. Yeah, there. Okay. All right. This is first time we've ever seen an account like this on the stream. So I gotta say, this is definitely worth showing off. You got a really big dong, my friend. It's so weird. Okay. 4,500 trophies. Jeez. Wait. Okay, Nash. I don't remember. I remember talking to someone on our Discord server about like, and like I was complaining about the Clash Royale's matchmaking. You know, I don't remember if and like whoever I was talking to also was agreeing with me, and like they had their own like terrible opinion, like their own opinions, like negative opinions about Clash Royale and everything. And I don't remember if that was you. If that was you, all I can say is like you're still playing that game. If that wasn't you, then okay, understandable. Can I send them to buy me a C6R5, dude? Okay, and you know what? I gotta say, something I like about this too, obviously, right, C6R5, is, man, I am so happy that they're not just, like, their build is actually, like, good, right? Like, I can see people just, you know, like, okay, throw money at this train because they have the money, right? And they deserve to. They worked hard on it, right? They worked hard to earn a lot of money, get a really good job, really high paying job. Either they or their parents or their grandparents or their ancestors worked hard to get them into such a position, right? Someone had to work hard, so they deserve to reap the benefits of those benefits, right? So I don't mind people flexing how much money they got because someone had to work hard for that. Either they or their ancestors worked for it. But what I appreciate about this build is I can easily see people go, like, you know, right? Like, Whale probably buys resin, probably has, like, you know, likely has whale artifacts. And this one's actually, like, really... Man, that feather, though. Dude, that feather. Okay, alright. I gotta say, that feather is like whale territory. That feather's whale territory. But, like, most... No, not most. Like... Yeah, the goblet, the sands... and the flower are like really, like, they're down here on Earth. Like, they're really good, but they're on Earth. They're on Earth. They're human. They're human. I mean, like, albeit there's like 14% attack on this thing, right? And this is like not highest rolls, but like also no low rolls on this thing. So that's really nice. Right, but it's also, I think this is like a 3-liner, right? It started off with 3 lines. This one, I think, started off with 4 lines. Yeah, 4 lines, but like got a lot of low rolls, and then one went into flat HP, but like except for the feather, everything else seems really like down to earth. Obviously, you know, R5 C6, so it's up in the sky with in Olympia. Whose sugar daddy is that? Wrong person, just won't touch, but he'll. What's up, Cavi? How you doing, man? Man, of all the times for the girls in our community to be on the stream, like you just pick today to come to my stream and watch as we're talking about dongs. Like, did you all just like have like did you all's like spidey sense tingle? You're like spidey sense tingling, and then like, okay, RJ's live. He's talking about dongs. Watch. Okay, well, I don't mind this. I don't mind strong. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. It's so funny to just. I'm thinking about saying it, and I'm already laughing. All right, I don't mind stroking this dong, man. It's a pretty big dong. Hey, appreciate you sharing your account with us, man. YM Alpha Gamer, yeah. Appreciate it, man. Your stream is fun, just subscribe. Hey, appreciate it, Alpha Gamer. Thanks, man. I don't mind. Oh my god. Okay, Fahad, I know you don't you haven't been here very often recently, unless if you've been here on like a different YouTube account, and you just so happen to be here for this like really weird and awkward conversation. And for that I am so sorry. If you're enjoying it, then okay, great. What else do you? Oh my god. What else do you stroke? Well, I stroke the water, I guess, when I go swimming. That's a thing. I love how you said that with a smile. Like you knew what you were doing when you put that emoji in with that message. I don't mind eating it. Dude, okay. Wrong person. I know you have a thing for Arlecchino, and you have a much bigger thing for Farina. That was even just a Farina that we showed that, or sorry, what? Farina, an Arlecchino that somebody showcased. I don't know. I'm kind of curious now what you're like if somebody showcased a Farina like that. Like a C6 R5 balls to the wall Farina. It's okay. There's worse on the server. Well, at this point, I guess you're probably immune to it, right? Because like you just see it every day on the server. I mean, I don't know really. I don't really hang out very often in the server. When I do, I get the feeling like whenever I do hang out on the server, I get the feeling that that's not usually the vibe, or at least not completely. Like it's partially the vibe, but not completely. Oh, that did not swirl, I believe. Oh, I think it did. Feel free to join. Oh, hey, what's up, NDG? Good to see you, man. Sorry. Chat on my laptop stopped working and I had to refresh it. 20 C6s? Oh, dude, we got a whale in chat. I hardly get to... Well, at least as far as I know. Whales hardly ever come to my chat. What do we even... You know, okay, I was kind of wondering. What do most of the whales in Genshin enjoy doing and or watching? Because I don't know, like obviously not everyone is gonna say, hey, I'm free to pay, hey, I'm dolphin, hey, I'm a whale. Like obviously when they come to join some random streamer's chat, they're not gonna like announce what kind of player they are, right? But as far as I know, like I think like really only 2, maybe 3 whales have ever come to my streams, and I'm kind of wondering what kind of things do most of the whales in Genshin do, like in their spare time. Like so in the last stream I talked about, well, I kind of talked about the difference between oh, well, I guess I was too close. Okay. Kind of talked about the difference between millionaires and billionaires. And obviously, it's not universal. It's not the same for everyone, but like, kinda, mostly. I talked about how, like, it's mostly the millionaires that have a lot of money, but also have a lot of time to enjoy that money. So for billionaires, I guess like what they do for quote-unquote fun is, well, they make more money or they go on their yacht, they like, I don't know, I really don't know even. Oh, I should not have bursted there. Yep, that was a very poorly timed burst. Watch Engineering Plastics, you'll know what whales do, really. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, Engineering Plastics, I heard of that name. He's a whale, right? And like he does whale stuff. Like I think I've seen like 1 or 2 of his videos. Like I've seen and completely watched one, and like I partially watched another one, and I realized like, oh wow, this is like a whale that, you know, decided to stream. And he just does whale stuff. I'm a study. Extra hard for you. Hey, you have an exam in DG? If you do, well, good luck, man. Best of luck. Thanks for stopping by. I'm writing NS tomorrow. What's writing NS? I don't know about others, but I like to get all achievements. Even I made 100% everywhere. Okay, well at that point, it's a reasonable thing to just want to 100% everything in the game, because you kinda, well, you're most likely to have everything else in the game already, right? Like the things that non-whales have to work towards. Hey, what's up, Shin? How you doing? Right, yeah. So the things that most people have to work towards, such as, okay, doing dailies, doing weeklies, doing events, etc., to save up primo gems, to get more characters and constellations and weapons, etc. But being a whale, you kind of skip all of that, and so what are you left with to do in the game? Right, okay. And I'm not saying that every whale probably is likely to do that. I'm just saying that it's... It's likely that that is a common thing that whales do. Because what else is there in the game to do? Hello, what's up, Chloezak Aid? I'm so sorry, man. I just tried to make it sound funny because I knew I didn't know how to read your name. Anyway, seriously though, ask me. Yeah, sure. What is it, man? Sounds too boring. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it does sound boring. Achievement hunting, but hey, like, what more? All right, boring versus fun. Now, is debatable, right? Like, the grinding that most players have to do just to get as many free gems as possible because they can't just straight up buy it is subjectively boring or fun depending on the player, right? So like whether it's boring or fun is subjective. So if a whale can just buy the primo gems, right, to get like all the characters, all the weapons, etc., that most players have to work for. So that means they don't have to grind everything. They don't have to do every Archon quest, every quest out there, every achievement out there, whatever. But because they don't really have anything else to do, they end up doing it anyway because it's the quote unquote most fun thing to do in the game because there's nothing else to do in the game. But to non-whales who have to work for it, they're basically doing the same thing that not all whales, but some whales are doing for fun. Some whales are doing it for fun, but to non-whales, it's work. Like, you know what I mean? So is it who really is who's putting in more work? I feel like it's the whales that are putting in more work into their account because, like, number one, they had to work extra hard to earn that much money, right? Like to even be a whale in any game. Whether they worked for it or their parents or their grandparents or their ancestors worked for it, someone had to work for it. So in the end, who put in more work? Just call me Abdi. I'm not sure if I can remember that, but I'll do my best, Abdi. Are you pulling for Chasca? Oh, hey, what's up, Gray? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. You nearly gave RJ a stroke. I'm not pulling for Chasca, no. There are way too many things to look forward to. Chasca, at least the way, from what I can see, Chasca is a unique character. Whether or not she's gonna be a very strong character remains to be seen, right? Because, you know, that's completely up to the numbers that they give her. And obviously the numbers, of course there are leaks and stuff, right? But like, I don't really like, even if a leaker gave me all the numbers for like a new character that's coming out, like, it really wouldn't matter to me. It really wouldn't matter to me because okay, I see numbers, now what are those good? I wouldn't even know if those numbers are good or not because I don't know how to do Genshin math myself. So yeah, I'll just have to wait for it. What the? Wait, didn't I? I didn't condense resin? I thought I condensed resin already. Hey, what's up, Jordan? How you doing, man? My name's hard to pronounce. Wait, is that really your name? Like IRL? Has it been a minute? I try to pop in when I can. Hey, appreciate it, man. How have you been, man? Spent all my primos already? Might have enough next banner. Wait, you spent all your primos already? You might have enough next banner? I'm confused. She's a unique character. Yeah, right? Like being one of the first characters. No, one of the only characters to be able to quote unquote fly. So technically, that crown, the first character ever to be able to fly, that crown belongs to Wanderer. But because Wanderer didn't have like any like unique mechanics to him, right? Like in Chasca's case and like a bunch of Natlan characters' cases, they have the phlogiston mechanic, and you know the phlogiston thing like this gives them this bar. It allows them to do their like what's the word I'm looking for, exploration utility for a lot longer. And the exploration utility I'm talking about is stuff like Kazuha's ability to like jump up by pressing E or holding E, or Venti's thing being able to hold E, Wander's ability to fly, etc., etc. Right, like mechanics that certain characters have that greatly help with exploration. So, and Natlan characters having this phlogiston mechanic just make it so that whatever exploration utility they have is just way better than anyone else's before. And Wanderer didn't really have anything like that. I'm getting her because I lost Zelonin. Are you not? I mean, okay. So my main reason for not getting Zelonin is I need to save up. Like it looks like I have a lot right now for free to play. Like by the way, I'm not completely free to play. I have 3 accounts, and my first account is I get the Welkin on it, and that's really it. I got the battle pass on it a couple of times. I think a total of only 5 times ever. Yeah, 5 times because like I have like R4, I have 1 death match and one R4 the black sword. Don't ask me why black sword. Don't ask me why. Actually, you know what? You can, but and I'll answer it. But like, man, I don't want to remember why I chose black sword. But yeah. So I need to save up. I have a bunch of things that I need and or want, and Mawika is one of them, and she's gonna be here soon-ish. Obviously no official news yet, but you know, right? According to rumor, and according to previous pattern, right? Because typically an Archon arrives in a 0.2 patch, and so far Mawika is the first one, at least according to rumors, right? Like even before 0.2, 5.2, Mawika was already rumored to not come out in 5.2, but in 5.3, and whether or not that rumor turns out to be true, she's still gonna be here soon-ish, right? Before 6.0, somewhere before 6.0, we're gonna get Mawika, and I need to be ready for that. I've skipped every Archon so far in the game. The only Archon that I did not skip on their initial release was Farina, because I finally learned you should not be skipping Archons if your goal is to make your account stronger. So, yeah, Farina is the first Archon that I did not skip on their initial release. I've skipped every Archon on their initial release, and I've regretted every single one every time. And yeah, of course, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna skip Mawika as well, right? So I have to be ready. And on top of that, I have a bunch of things that I want: certain weapons, certain constellations. Okay, right. Like in my case, I want C1 Neuvillette, and long-term goal, I want to get Neuvillette to C3 one day. But at least for now, C1 will be fine. The weapon, ideally soon. But top priority C1. I want Arlecchino. I don't have Arlecchino yet, so I need to get Arlecchino and her C1. Weapon would be nice for some Riz, but not really necessary anymore. Other than that, I would also like to eventually get Jade Cutter. I don't know when I'm gonna get the opportunity to do that, because from what I remember, Jade Cutter was last rerun with Albedo, and I don't think they're gonna ever rerun Albedo anymore. I think she's been canceled. I heard some people talking about that. Yeah, like I heard some people thinking that she's been delayed. RJ, I'm planning to get a few copies of the Battle Pass. I'm definitely R5ing Sacrificial Jade first. But what other BP weapon do you think is very worth? Battle Pass weapon. Oh no, there's no Battle Pass right now. I can't look. Oh man. Okay. Okay. That's kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying. All right. Hang on. Pass weapons. Are these all the weapons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are there only 8? I doubt that. Okay, there they are. Yeah. Oh, that's this trending pages. That's not really okay. Here it is. Okay. In my opinion, Deathmatch is really good. Serpent Spine. Really don't know the new weapons off the top of my head. I'd have to like actually look at them, see what they do. Talking stick. What a name. What a name. That's where I'm gonna one day, because of those freaking guys in Clash Royale spending money to make their card high level, so all they can do is spam the game. Like I wish they would just okay. All right. I don't remember. I'm sorry, Nash. If you responded to what I needed clarification on earlier about like whether that was you I was talking to on the Discord server about Clash Royale, I probably missed what you said. Okay, but like that statement from you tells me that I guess that was you. Yeah, I mean like that's it was I wasn't happy about it, but because of that, that really pushed me over the edge. That made it so that it pushed me over the line of finally deciding to uninstall Clash Royale. I just got fed up over it. And it takes a lot to get me to quit a game that I really like. I think Clash Royale might be the only game out there that I've had to quit because I hated it. Like I like it, yeah, but I also hate it so much. All the games that I think I've had to quit. Well, I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, but I'm pretty sure like most of the games, if not all the games that I've had to quit, were mostly because like I had to move or like something big was happening in life that I couldn't continue to game anymore or whatever, or that the game was like dying, right? And never really because I hated it so much. Like Clash of Clans. Oh, I guess Clash of Clans too. Yeah, Clash of Clans and Clash Royale both. But same game, basically same developer. Isn't it hard to play 3 accounts? I mean, are you feeling better? What a question, man. Okay. Not well. As long as I don't as long as I don't fall behind on the big things to do, like exploration of a new map, Archon quests, big world quests, I'm pretty sure I'll mostly be fine as long as I keep up to date on them. But if I ever fall quite a lot behind, I think, I don't know, I think that might be the day that I might have to give up on one of them, whichever account I end up falling behind on. But so far, at least, like with how my life is currently going right now, 3 accounts is fine. Yeah, 3 accounts is fine. Why'd you get the black sword, RJ? Good question, actually. So, oh, I'm not on that. I'm not on that account right now. Hang on. Let me switch accounts first. Okay. Hang on, wrong person. I'm gonna get to the battle pass thing in a moment. I just have to review what the new weapons do. What the new battle pass weapons do. I kind of don't know them off the top of my head. I know that some of them are pretty decent. You got the black sword for Kaching. Come on, man. You had to spoil it. Okay, well, yeah. TLDR, it was for Kaching. Because I was a newbie. I was a new guy. I was very new to the game, and I saw that the black sword was crit rate, and it was normal and charged attack. The passive, if I could just find the thing. Oh, there. Okay. Right. So the passive, it gives me normal and charged attack damage. Gives me heals. When I crit, yeah. When I crit, once every 5 seconds, right? So obviously the damage, right? The healing was also because I just sucked at the game. I needed healing. The only healer I had at the time was Barbara. The only healer I had at the time was Barbara, and I was like, okay, Barbara sucks. She gets me frozen 90% of the time, and I hate it. I hated Barbara, and I just thought, okay, I need healing. So Black Sword, same thing, but with Ayato. Well, at the very least, like Ayato's main source of damage, if you're using Ayato as an on-fielder, is actually comes from his normal attacks. Like with Kaching, the damage, yes, obviously you want the damage, and you do a lot of charged attacks with Kaching and some normal attacks, but that's not really the main source of Kaching's damage. Like Kaching's overall DPS is it mostly comes from a burst, and part of it comes from the skill, and some of it comes from charged attacks, and like a tiny portion of it comes from normal attacks. But like it's sort of distributed, like. Yeah, it's sort of not really well distributed, but like almost evenly distributed between all the different potential ways that she can do damage: normal attack, charge attack, skill, and burst. So this weapon only giving me a damage buff to normal and charged attacks, which by the way is like a very small minority, but it is rather the minority of her overall DPS. A lot of her damage, more of her damage comes from the burst and skill. So it's not great, but at least with Ayato, it's most of his damage. I play 3 accounts, but they are each other games like Wandering, Star Rail, and Genshin. I can't live without them. Okay, that sounds a lot more, like a lot better. That sounds a lot better, Abdi. Because like at the very least, you're not doing the same thing 3 times because you have 3 accounts, but each in a different game. So I think that is much better decision making than mine. Much better decision making than mine. Barbara hate is an objective skill issue. Sue me. Also, what am I seeing on Cookie there? That is the Tokabu Shigure. It's a pretty old event weapon. is the only other EM 4-star. The EM 4-star sword. Wait, I think there are. Wait, are there other EM 4-star swords? I don't think there are. I don't know. There's a 3-star. There's the Dark Iron Sword, I believe is what it's called. If I can find mine. Dark Iron Sword. I hope to God I didn't fodder it already. Oh, there. Okay. Whew. There's literally only 2 exists in the game right now. One from an NPC in Liwe, and the other one comes from a chest in Xingqiu Vale. Xingqiu Vale. I just remembered the name. Why does it look like a closed umbrella? Because it is a closed umbrella. Yeah, it really is a closed umbrella. People literally call it the umbrella. Like, really. People call, okay, Iron Sting and Tokabushigure are like the 2 swords that are often talked about like together in tandem. And people call Iron Sting as Iron Sting, and people call Tokabushigure as the umbrella. What a name. Me who plays Wuwa, Genshin, ZZZ, and HSR. Dude, I can probably get by with like Genshin, ZZZ, and HSR because like Hoyo's formula to games seems to have become like they don't want players to spend way too much time on any one of their games because it eats up into like playtime of their other games as well. And at the same time, like it just like even from before Genshin, like with just Honkai, I don't know about like their other games before Honkai Impact, but like they just don't seem to want to make games that like where you have to grind for hundreds or thousands of hours. But from what I remember, Wuthering Waves is somewhat a grindy game. Like, it's not necessary. It's not completely necessary to grind in Wuthering Waves, but I remember there was like a mechanic in Wuthering Waves that allowed you to just grind endlessly. Like almost, maybe not endlessly, but like for a very long time. And grinding more actually helped you out there. Like, okay, like correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never played the game. I don't know much about the game, but I remember hearing about it. I think the umbrella sword is based on Kasa Obake. Creepy umbrella yokai. I wonder what it is about the Japanese and like all their like weird. They have like like so many like demons and stuff. I remember there. Oh, okay. So there's this guy on YouTube called the Mythology Guy, and I remember him making a short on. I cannot remember the name, but it was literally not necessarily a demon, but it was like something that was also just a belief in Japan. It had something to do with the like some kind of monks. I don't know what kind of monks, but like some kind of monks in Japan that they weren't allowed to eat meat. But then some of them broke their vows about eating meat, and sometimes they like cheated out. They cheated on their vows to not eat meat, and they would eat chicken because of this. And that if they ate chicken, that they would also become some kind of chicken. Like a chicken would come out of like different no sorry different parts of their bodies would become chicken parts. And I'm like, you would never hear about anything like that anywhere else in the world except for Japan. It's basically the artifact system there. You get them from killing overworld mobs. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's right. I think that's what I heard. That was grindable in Wuthering Waves, and like it actually was a good thing if you grinded, which is like it's fine, right? Like people grinding the game should be rewarded for grinding the game, but the fact that people who can grind the game would then have an advantage over people who couldn't grind the game. And again, it's arguable because, like I said, if you grind the game, you should be rewarded for your time and your effort, etc. Right? But then it's also a disadvantage to people who just can't grind the game. Like, and obviously there's no PvP in it, so like. But then, like, the advantage I'm talking about is mostly like, like pride and ego, because like a player who can grind a lot more will have a much better account than someone who cannot grind the game as much as they can. What are you gonna What are you gonna do with it when it opens Scaver the Illustrials? Implying there isn't an artifact grind in Genshin. Yeah, but there is, but because it's resin based, you could, like, there's a limit to how much you can grind. Like, it's basically a 10-minute grind every day. Right? Like, whereas in Wuthering Waves, you can, like, yeah, the grind is almost unlimited. Like, you can, like, slaughter every single monster in, like, on the entire map, like, every single day, which is like, I don't know how big the maps are on Wuthering Waves at this point. I don't know. I can't imagine doing that in Genshin. Like, even just farming specters is like a nightmare for me. Yeah, how is that better? It's better because, like, I'm forced. Okay, it's better because, well, at least for me, right? I know this is a subjective thing, but like for me, my opinion, I think Genshin's, well, artifact grind, quote unquote artifact grind, is better in my opinion because I can't grind forever. I can't just hate I can't hate grind. I can't hate grind. And okay, what do I mean by hate grind? I can't just be angry at the fact that my artifacts are dog poo poo. So I'm just gonna grind my days away until my artifacts get better. And from what I do understand, I believe Wuthering Waves artifact system is like there's no RNG to them, right? I believe they're just grind based. Like how much you grind there, like yeah, right? Like I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like it's not like Genshin's artifact RNG based. I don't know. Is it? I like Wuwa, but I remembered I'm a filthy casual, so I had to draw filthy casual. Kind of missed my main there. Yeah, yeah. People definitely, like, the combat in Wuthering Waves is a lot more fast paced. So for the casual players there, they either adapt or they quit. I mean, Genshin's artifact based aren't RNG based, dude. You're like, okay, you're missing what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I said I don't know if Wuthering Waves artifact system is or isn't RNG based. Uh, you didn't saying anything. So is Wuthering Waves artifact system RNG based? Like, is there some part of it that's RNG based, or is it just completely grind based? Okay. Um, I gotta say, a lot of these like websites that have that are well known for like Genshin info. My go-to has often been Wikipedia, but I hate how the weapon passives are so tiny. It's actually like one of the most important parts of a weapon, right? But it's so tiny. Everything else is so much bigger. Like all the like the recommendation, like recent images and whatever, like stuff that I didn't come here for is like so much bigger. Like even just this one picture is almost as big as the weapon description. Yeah, they also have RNG artifacts. Difference though is that once you roll on a substat, it will be the permanent value, unlike Genshin, which can roll on the same substat multiple times. Ah, I see. Okay, so there's still some RNG to it, but not as much. Not as many layers as Genshin's RNG. Okay. That sounds kind of better. Okay, yeah, I got it. All right. That does sound kind of better. I have to say, yeah. At the very least, like you grind once or twice or a couple of times until you get the right one, and then like you finally upgrade it, you get the right RNG, and you've won, right? In Genshin, that's not a good example. Okay, in Genshin, you get an artifact, you're like, oh, perfect, crit damage directly. Oh, yes, awesome, I got crit rate on it too. Okay, and like, oh, +4. Oh, nice, it went into crit rate. Okay, +8. Oh, it went into flat HP. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep going. +12. Oh man, it went into attack percent. And like so, like you can win, but you could like even after winning, you could still lose, and lose again, and again, and again. And it's just I hate it. That's the worst part of Genshin. I think, is just how annoying, how stupid, like how many layers of RNG they built into the artifact system. And okay, sure, I get it. This is like the only thing that players are likely to accomplish or reach their goals on the last right, like at the end, right? Like once they've obtained, like let's say a free to play has obtained like for I don't know, like playing Genshin for like I don't know 35 years. I don't know. In 2069 when Genshin is 35 years old. No, 35, like I don't know, man. I don't want to do math right now. Right? When Genshin is 69 years old and like a free to play has played Genshin for the last 69 years. And they've maybe not every new character, but like so many of the old characters, they have C6 R5. And like they have like all the weapons, all the artifacts, etc., etc. But they still won't have perfect artifacts. So they will still, even then, they will still have something to work towards. And I get it, like right, like because like once players have reached the end, they won't have any reason to stick around. Especially because there's not really any repeatable endgame content in Genshin, and they seem to hate the idea of repeatable endgame content in Genshin. And not just in Genshin, but like Hoyo games in general. And I get that that's I can understand that that's a fair reasoning for adding this many layers of RNG into the Genshin's artifact RNG system. And I do appreciate that they have been very slowly, very indirectly nerfing, buffing, I don't know which word, depending on your perspective, I guess, improving, very indirectly, no, not even improving, making the Genshin's artifact RNG system less awful than it is by introducing more and more characters that rely on other stats, like introducing characters that scale off of HP, characters that scale off of defense, off of EM and ER, right? It makes it so that at least if we get rolls of other stats other than crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent, at least it's not a complete loss. So it's a very indirect way to make the system less awful than it is. But it's still not a fix for it. I still hate it. It's still the worst. I would say of all the games that I've played, probably the worst RNG thing that I've ever experienced. And chat on my laptop stopped working again, I think. Okay, it did. My experience is that it is faster to get good crit values in their system. Yeah, right? Because like you just have to grind a few times, and once you win once, that's it. you win, and that's it. You're done. Genshin's rolling system makes me want to jump on it. No. You can just refine until the second or third substat. If those three don't satisfy you, it's easier to move on to the next. My joy lies in building characters and teams around them. Probably why I still stick around. You mean in Genshin or Wuthering Waves? That's exactly why I like building unpopular characters. Wait, what? Sorry, I feel like I said something that this is connected to. What was this about, Mr. J? So I guess match XP will be increased by 32%. Oh. Okay. Elemental Mastery increased by 40, 32%, and holy jeez. Wow. Okay. 64% HP. This effects will be cancelled after the wielder has been on the field for 10 seconds. Okay. 64% HP on Neuvillette. Pretty good. Pretty juicy. But for 10 seconds, I don't know about that. Because, like, okay, 5 seconds, pretty easy. Right? Being off the field for 5 seconds, pretty easy. Just rotate through three of your three other characters, right? Easily more than 5 seconds. But, like, the effects are cancelled if the character has been on the field for 10 seconds. Neuvillette can easily stay on the field for more than 10 seconds. Although, at that point, you kind of want to swap off of him already and rotate through your other character's abilities. So, you can get you can be on the field for another 5 seconds. Yeah, okay. Sounds okay. But, like, 64% HP, man. You're gonna have to want to have I don't know like about the math there, but I imagine you would probably want a Hydro Goblet on your Neuvillette, even if you're running him with Farina at that point, because that is a lot of HP. And so, okay, you're gonna wait 5 months. It's really good. Yes, I agree. It's really good, but like waiting for 5 months to get this, I feel like it's just worth. I think at that point it's worth it to just go for his weapon, especially because his weapon gives you energy, right? If you remember. Okay, gives you some HP, charged attack damage, just a lot of charged attack damage, 14% up to 3 stacks, right? And gives you 8 energy. I believe this is like once you have 3 stacks. Okay, so the 3 stacks Okay, 8 energy will be restored, right? So not a lot of energy, but it is some energy, right? So at that, like, I don't know, man. Waiting for 5 months to get to R5, I feel like it's gonna be. I think it's just a better idea to go for the weapon at that point, to go for Tomb of Eternal Flow. I used to get his. I used to get his weapon. Could have been for something else. That is true. Yeah, I mean, like, it's arguable. Again, it's arguable because, like, you might at that, like, by the time that you have the opportunity to pull for Neuvillette's weapon, at that point, like, what if you don't have enough? What if you're trying to choose between C1 or whatever certain Neuvillette constellation versus his weapon, right? So, like, at that point, yeah, right, like, it's hard. Or even if you've already attained, like, your ideal constellation level on Neuvillette, and, like, Neuvillette reruns, obviously Tomb of Eternal Flow also reruns, and at that point, what if the other weapon on the banner is garbage, right? Like, right, what if the other weapon on the weapon is garbage? It's like, what, the green donut, right? It's the green donut, or, Kokomi's pink donut. So at the very least, though, the weapon banner now, there's only one, like, there's only at least nowadays, the I keep forgetting what this is called, epitomized path, right? At least, at the very least now, you really only need to, like, lose the 75-25 slash 50-50 once, and then you're guaranteed the next weapon. Plus the fact that the weapon banner pity is only 80, so it's a lot shorter. So, and that's why. But if this was like the old system, like where you needed 2 fate points, I would absolutely say, okay, go for Sacrificial Jade. But because of the change that they've made recently, with fate points being only 1 compared to 2 before, like, waiting 5 months, I think is, I don't know. I feel like it's worth it to, like, I might even, like, if I really wanted Neuvillette to have his signature weapon, I wouldn't even mind skipping an Arlecchino rerun, just to get his weapon. Like, if for example, I just so happen to be in a situation where Neuvillette's rerunning now, and then right after this is an Arlecchino rerun, and it's my chance to finally get an Arlecchino, but I really want Neuvillette's weapon, and I don't know when he's gonna rerun again. So, yeah, I wouldn't even mind. Like, especially, well, at least in my case, I have Hu Tao, and my Hu Tao is pretty decent, and, like, she has a very similar playstyle, so I wouldn't mind skipping even an Arlecchino, despite how much I want an Arlecchino, just to get the weapon, compared to waiting 5 months. Waiting 5 months, and what is that? $50? How much is a battle pass? About $10, and, like, $50. No, okay. Granted, you're not only getting the weapon, right? Like, it's not, you're not only getting the battle pass weapon. You're getting a bunch of other stuff, like a lot of resources, which, by the way, you are very short on right now. So it makes it's, other than the weapon itself, everything else on the battle pass is stuff that you need. Wrong person, judging from, like, how broke you seem to be in the game, like, mora wise, XP book, like, everything, every resource imaginable, you seem to be really short on. By the way, I'm not buying the pass myself. Taking an account piloting. I'm taking an account piloting. Piloting job. The BP is my payment. Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, but, like, still, right? Still, I mean, like, the battle pass is your payment. So that battle pass could just have gone into Welkins, right? Like, it's still, in a way, you're still buying it in a way, because you could have chosen for the battle pass to be something else. But okay, yeah, not bad. Matcha donut and pink glazed donut. Kokomi's pink donut, huh? Okay, man, Mr. J, when I said it, like when the words came out of my mouth, I realized what I just said, and I'm like, Mr. J is gonna get this, and I was expecting you to say something about it, but I also was thinking, maybe he probably saw that and just went lol IRL, and then just didn't say anything about it in chat. Does the BP stack it just extend like the Wilkins? No. The way that you I can't show it right now because there's no battle pass right now because it's like it's 3 days before the patch and the battle pass disappears on the Monday before the patch. So you can't buy it again. It's not like the Welkin. Oh, okay. I guess I can show where you don't buy it. Right, it's not like the Welkin where you buy it here. The battle pass is like you go into like the battle pass screen, which like you go into the battle pass screen and like the button is just disabled. If you you just can't buy it again. It doesn't allow you to. Isn't really about to drain the player base Christmas money with Neuvillette and Zhongli and Mawika and Arlecchino are looming on the horizon. Yeah, that's true. Oh, speaking of which, okay, so someone earlier, Abdi, I don't know if he's still here. So Abdi earlier mentioned that he said, I think Mawika might be canceled. And so I heard some people talking about that earlier today, and a lot of people apparently were expecting Mawika's and Sitlali's drip marketing today, right? According to the pattern. But it didn't come. No announcement whatsoever. And I don't know if that's the only reason why, but I imagine that's probably one of the reasons why. But people are saying that Mawika might be delayed. And I'm like, if she does end up being delayed, I'm not super happy about it because I'm not necessarily like super excited to get Mawika. I'm just excited to get the next Archon. Like, no, I'm not excited to get it ASAP. When she does come, I cannot miss her. But I don't mind waiting for her. I don't mind waiting a while before she comes. I don't know whether 101 254 or 40 340 is better crit ratio depending on Sack Jade or his signature. So 40 340, is that before? Is that excluding Hunter's 36 crit rate? Because if 40 okay, wait, 40 crit rate with Hunter's 36 crit rate. That's impossible. So I imagine that excludes. Okay, yeah, okay, before Hunter. Yeah, that's impossible, right? Because like it would be 41 because every character has 5% crit rate at base. Okay, so 76 340 versus 101 254. I feel like 76 340 would be better. Yeah, I feel like 76 340 would be better. Because 76 out of 100, right? So let's try and remove the RNG of crit rate, and every 100 attacks. Okay, let's try some basic math. Just some basic math. Let's remove all the other parts of it. There's OBS. Okay. There is. Okay, notepad. This is a weird. That is tiny. Okay, there. So 76 D40, 101. What? 254. Okay, there. Oops. So let's try doing some basic math. Let's say we do 100 damage each hit. 100 damage. Okay. And let's remove the RNG of crit. And let's just say we do 100 hits. So times 100 hits, that's 10k, right? So if you're and then like out of 100 hits at base with no, with 0 crit damage, we'd be doing this, and then 10k times 54 would be 25 400, right? Versus okay, 76 times 100. No, no, no. How much is it? 24. Okay, 24 times 100 is, of course, 2400. 76 times 100 is 7600. And 7600 times 3.4 is 7603. Wait, am I dumb? Okay, no. What did I do? Okay. 5840 plus 76 equals 33400. Oh, there. Gotta love 3 a.m. math lesson in Genshin Impact. Yeah, I mean, like, it is a significant difference. Yeah, yeah, it is. And like, okay, so the reason why I just knew that it would be better, like off the top of my head, and like I wasn't completely sure because like I didn't do the math yet, but like I was pretty sure, is because I've tried running Neuvillette at hang on, I don't remember which account it was. It was like maybe my second account or my third account. But like, so one of my accounts, I tried different builds on Neuvillette. One was like a lot closer to. One was like 90 plus crit rate with like almost 200 crit damage. And I was doing the. I was still doing the Hunter domain at the time, and also while doing the Whimsy domain. And I tried using a slightly different build with only 70 plus crit rate with like 230 plus crit damage, right? Like not even that big of a difference with the crit damage there. But like I was clearing the domains so much faster. Like, because I was clearing domains not very quickly because I'm not a whale. So like the difference was really only like 2, 3, or 4 seconds. No, maybe not 4, like 2 or 3 seconds. But like the difference was really consistent. It was like 2 or 3 seconds in every run. So yeah, that was sort of like why I knew, why I automatically knew. Like just I saw those options that you had, and it was like, okay, I know the higher crit damage one is much better. Because your crit rate isn't dipping too far low. Like it's not, your crit rate wasn't dipping too low. Like, but if you're when your crit rate starts to dip to closer to like 50%, that's the point when it's like questionable whether it's the higher crit damage is better or not. Problem is, I don't really mind damage slightly dropping. It's just that signature could have been something else. Yeah. I get that. I get that. It's like it really, because it's Primogen. Yeah. Because I get that, like, you're trying to spread your, like, the things you're trying to spread the things that you spend your resources on, right? Because like Primogems is for new characters and their weapons, right? And you like you can already get a really good Neuvillette weapon without spending the primos, right? Like, you already have this other resource, which is the battle pass. Did RJ hack RJ's channel? What? What is this, like, talk about Muji all of a sudden? Like, wrong person says like, oh, let me get Muji. I mean, like, it is this a thing he does on Discord? He just like sharing his screen and like doing math and stuff. He always does math stuff. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot to put this thing on. There. And right, like, and imagine, like, this didn't even include like all the other damage stuff that Genshin has, like damage percent, like the buffs from other stuff, res shred, etc., etc. Yeah, and also as well as like level differences, and like it's already like a pretty big difference. So this would be like a much bigger difference once we included all of those other factors as well. But R5 realistically, Sack Jade is only 5% less than his signature. Yeah, and I get that. Like, it is a lot more efficient, like, because you already have this other resource anyway. Like, so you might as well. But then, like, remember, so when you say realistically, Sack Jade is only 5% less damage than his signature, that 5% can be like more, give or take a few more percent, depending on your stat distribution. That still depends on your stat distribution in the end. That's probably like, and that's likely to be 5% less than his signature at whatever stat distribution whoever did those calcs on. By credit alone, Neuvillette signature does more but Sack Jade has the huge base multiplier advantage with the HP. What I would recommend though is, like, I would recommend finding someone that you can ask to do the math on for your specific account with your specific builds, so that you can see the difference. So you can literally see the difference. I mean, like, I guess there is. Yes, Muji. Oh. How's Sean being 15 and know all of this? Meanwhile, I have zero knowledge. Well, all right. Here's the thing. There are. I know the rules of chess, right? Like, I know how to play chess. And like, obviously I'm old enough to like have some strategy, but like, I'm pretty sure like there's like a 5 or 6 year old somewhere out there in the world that could just, like, that I could play chess against, and like they just be looking at whatever I'm doing and they're like, what is this guy doing? Does he know how to play chess? And just could beat me a million times to 0. So he's passionate. He's passionate at it. Is what it is, really. What are your pulling plans for this upcoming patch? 5.2, just Neuvillette, really. Top priority is Neuvillette C1. If I get lucky, and I get it super fast, I'll depending on how much I have left, I'll probably give the weapon a try. Probably. Again, depends if I get super lucky and get his C1 super quickly, and it depends on how much I have left. I'll probably try and go for the weapon. Man, Neuvillette's weapon is kind of spicy this time though, because of who he's rerunning with. It's a little tough to swallow this pill. Yeah, and that's why wrong person. It's that pill is a little tough to swallow this time. Who knows? It might be a little easier to swallow next time. But again, like I said, depending on how much I have left, because remember it's on the second half, right? And we're still gonna get quite a few more primos from events and dailies, and on my main account, the Welkin. And of course like the Archon quest interlude, and like a bunch of other stuff. Oh, also like there's like a new map, right? Like there's a new map coming. So there's also a bunch of primo gems from exploration of that part, and I imagine big world quests too. So yeah, there it depends on how much I have left. It's gonna be painful if I lose the 50-50 to Vortex Vanquisher. But I mean, it's not really something I haven't dealt with before. Okay, what am I trying to show here? Okay, no, alright, that was wrong. I was thinking like I was thinking of my second and third accounts. Because my second, oh my god. My third account has R2 Aqua Simulacra, which by the way, not a bad weapon to have. Not a bad weapon to have, but like not really a weapon that I use on anyone right now. Except, well, I guess it's on Fischl, but like even without it, I could have, Fischl would have been completely fine even without Aqua Simulacra. So at the very least, trying to go for the first Great Magic, at least I got Aqua Simulacra in exchange for losing 50-50. But still, getting two of it was kind of rough. In in 5.2's case, in the 5.2 in Neuvillette's rerun 5.2, it's a little different. The other weapon is, oh man, the other weapon's kind of sad. Vortex Vanquisher. The only character I could think of that weapon would be even good on is Zhao. Either you get the laundry detergent for the power washer, or the laundry stick for the retired old man. Yeah, I mean, who else is Vortex Vanquisher even good on? Like, no, not even good on, usable on. So it's pretty decent on Zhao, right? But is it usable on anyone else? Wow, no. Oh, wait. I don't have all the characters. Okay, let's try the... Oops. Sino. No. Emily, no. Arlecchino, maybe? Shenhe? Yeah, What did Vortex Vanquisher do again? So, I remember it was like stronger shield, but only worked if the character was on the field. And only works for the character that is wearing it. You said usable, not good. I mean, like, okay. Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot. Shinha does care about attack percent as well. Okay. Yeah. That's right. I forgot. Shenhe cares about attack percent too. Shield strength, hits on opponents. Okay, so yeah. Alright, fine. A lot of attack percent. Like almost 50% attack percent. Okay, Shenhe, pretty decent. Maybe Raiden Shogun? I guess so, yeah. Usable. On an on-field Raiden Shogun. Emily also can. Emily, attack percent. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Emily's an attack scaler. Emily's okay too. But I don't really ever plan on pulling for Emily. Shenhe. Okay. Not bad. I could put it on Shenhe. But I would still, like, if I ever got lucky on the Neuvillette rerun banner and I somehow still have quite a few Primo Gems left and I decide to go for Neuvillette's weapon on the main account and I lose the 75-25 and I get the wrong weapon, I get Vortex Vanquisher before I get Tomb of Eternal Flow. One day, when Shenhe reruns and I finally get her, I might give it to her, but that's if I can somehow put together a build on Shenhe that has that where I can get attack, Sans Goblet and Circlet, and still somehow have 200 plus ER solely from the substats. But if not, I guess it'd be okay. Like if I went with an ER attack on Shenhe. Since I'm getting a lot of attack percent from Vortex Vanquisher anyway. But you're right. Fab would still be better because like not only does it have a, okay, so technically Vortex Vanquisher would have a higher base attack because it's a 5-star, 608. But like because Fab, oh sorry, that's not Chrome. I'm switching to. Because Fav is a high base attack 4-star, so the difference isn't very high. It's only like 608 versus 565. Not to mention we get ER and we also get particles from Fav Lance. So man, that's coping. It's copium is what I'm trying to swallow there. DPS Tome, jeez. I just got done voting for the Game Awards, so I'm all set for next month on the 12th of December. Voting? Sorry, what? What does that mean, Aoi? Yeah. Okay, well, at least it's kind of nice to know that I can possibly put it on someone and it won't just man, my second account has Kokomi's pink donut. Shout out Mr. J. Pink donuts for real. Kokomi's pink donut, and it's just been there. It's just completely unusable on anyone. I mean, wait a moment. What's the math? What's the math on Kokomi's donut for Neuvillette? What's the math? No. Just no. Healing bonus. Normal attack. Okay, it's normal attack damage. Oh man, that would have been like so good if this was normal and charged attack damage. Using an invisible burst, normal attacks that hit. Okay, normal attacks that hit will restore. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's just a stat stick on him. Oh, I remember the nominees for the Game Awards. I just watched. Oh, who's all in the 29 categories for it? And I voted on the Game Awards website already too. Sorry, I don't get it. What do you mean by you're all set for next month on the 12th of December? What does that mean? That's the part that I was confused about. That's when TGA is. Ah, I see. Okay. How do we vote? Is it easy to vote? Just use Amber. Protect Amber. Wrong person was so triggered when I even when I even showed the thought the thought of using Kokomi's pink donut on Neuvillette. Because you need to submit to a background check first. A background check. Game Awards. That's gonna be streaming December 12th on YouTube, Peacock Theater at LA. Ah, I see. If your record is clean, you pay tribute and partake in the lottery. After that, you sacrifice a you sacrifice a virgin, and if the panel is pleased, you are allowed to vote. Sounds like way too much trouble, man. Where would I even find a virgin? I guess my hands are still virgins. But I don't think I'd be able to sacrifice my hands. I need them. I need them too much. I need them to not be a virgin anymore. No, no, my hands. My hands are still virgins. You get it? How is... Okay. I'm pretty sure you get it. I'm pretty sure you get it. How does a female stop being a virgin? And I'm also telling you about my hands being virgins. I got you perv. Hey, wrong person clarified it. I was saying, what do you hold a woman with? Oh, I found myself another strategy gotcha game. Another strategy gotcha game. Are you saying you're going to be playing another game on top of what you're already playing? If you're wondering what I'm doing, by the way, I'm doing Abyss on my Asia account because my Asia account is still not like nowhere close to even soft pity and like basically dry on primo gems. But it's still I would still like to try and get like every wish possible I can get. Like I'd like to throw it on the Nahida banner before it goes away because I missed the previous Nahida rerun on this account and I don't, like I don't really care about the Asia account very much, but like I'd still like to try. Hmm. Okay, there. Dude, why did that take me so long to find? Anyway, go to their site and vote there. Oh, really? Okay, hang on. Let's see. Game awards. How do I? What is their site? Thegameawards.com. How do I vote? Okay, they're gonna ask for my email, aren't they? Sign in to vote. No thanks. I'm sorry. I love Genshin. I'd really like for Genshin to win something. Because if Genshin wins something, then we also get something. But I've given my personal information to way too many people. Way too many entities at this point. Genshin ain't even nominated? Wow, really? That's kind of okay. Well, I mean, they've been there for like the past couple of years, so like might as well, right? I guess like they probably decided, okay, it's time for others. I'm barely playing Genshin in HSR, so I'm playing Ash Echoes right now. Okay, I'm not sure if this account even has enough DPS for this. Oh wow. Okay. All right. I guess it does. I did not swirl Hydro there. It reminded me of Eternal City, first gacha game. My first gacha game 5 years ago. Eternal City. Where they talked about 1 HP weapon, 1 battle pass weapon, ended up answering, not answering me at all. Okay, yeah, sorry. Right. Genshin ain't even nominated. You choose 2 nominees. The RJ, ZZZ, and Wuthering Waves have been nominated for best mobile games there. Wow, really? Yo, congrats. Oyo and Kuro games. Okay, so what were the other weapons again? Picture, don't need this anymore. The other games, Scions, Blazing. Okay. By the way, so okay, I still have his account up. Other weapons, the older battle pass weapons that I think are like very much so worth it are Serpent Spine and Deathmatch, very easily, very much worth it. Weapons. Serpent Spine and Deathmatch. Having at least 1 copy of the Black Sword, I imagine, would not be a bad idea. Just 1 at the very least. Because and like, of course, that also depends. Like you also have to like, you think to yourself, will you ever consider using a sword user in the future as an on-field damage dealer? You know, something like a Clorind, an Ayato, or that's so kaching in there even. Or like if there ever ends up being a sword, a really good on-field sword user in the future that's like normal attack and normal and charge attack based. Right? Like, wouldn't the Black Sword be a really nice thing to have? Right? Like, even if it's just R1, just so like it's fully functional. Kazuha DPS, kinda. Like, with C6 Bennett, maybe. Yeah, C6 Bennett, maybe. But like, unless you have like C6 Kazuha, then yeah, you might need C6 Bennett for that. But sure. Kazuha hybrid / DPS Kazuha. Right, but at the very least, 1 copy of the Black Sword, Deathmatch, and Serpent Spine are very much worth it to take all the way to R5. All right, other weapons. I guess this one, again, you know, like, depending on your final decision on Sacrificial Jade versus Tomb of Eternal Flow on Neuvillette. Blazing Sun. So this is a crit rate, high base attack, low crit rate weapon. Charge stack hits an opponent. Sunfire depend on 6%. Okay. Applying effect. To the opponent damaged by said arrow for 10 seconds. Opponents affected by a Heartseeker take 20% more charged attack damage from the wielder. Oh. Arrow can be triggered once every 10 seconds. Oh, okay. Okay, that's decent for a charged attack character. It's not very good in content where you know enemies are gonna be dying a lot faster than every 10 seconds. Like multi-wave content with really squishy enemies. Although at that point, like you wouldn't even need this. But it's an okay weapon for like, yeah, for like a Ganyu or a Lyney or charge that. Wait a moment. This can be used for Chasca, can't it? Yeah. This is a pretty good. Okay. Hang on. 40%. You're like, if you're most players that are using Chasca are probably gonna be using Obsidian Codex on her. So this is already like automatically 45% crit rate. Plus, okay, at the very least, because this is high base attack, so it's not a lot of crit rate. So 45%, 58%. Okay, okay. And let's say 15% from your circlet. No, let's say 10% from your circlet. So 58, 68. Okay. Wait. But then like you'd have to make it so that your artifacts have like almost zero other crit rate substats for you to not overcap on crit. And when I say almost zero, like only having like crit damage, but then like none of your rolls go into crit rate and like all of them go into crit damage. But if you can somehow pull that off, yeah. Okay. Wow. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, but then like if that's you, that's if you go for Chasca. Okay. What the? Why did I click on Serpent Spine? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fifth one. What did I not click on? Jade. This thing. This. Okay. Solar Pearl. Talking Stick. Oh, this thing. There are at least 3 different. Okay, so crit rate. Okay, so this one's a lower base attack, higher crit rate weapon. 2 different elemental types in your party. Elemental mastery. Oh, okay. At first I was looking at the 120 EM and I was like, but like. And then I thought, okay, R5, would this be a 240? And like, okay. There are at least 3. 3 is not hard to make happen. That's pretty good. Hu Tao weapon, yeah, very much. Wow, dude. That's... It's a really good weapon. I mean, you won't need this. You already have your Homas. You already have your Homas. But yeah, very much a Hu Tao weapon. I mean, even Arlecchino. Yeah, even Arlecchino. Oh, I forgot. I'm in Abyss. I wanted to look at the character archive and look at all the polearm characters. Arlecchino, even Sino. Yeah, wow. Mid base attack, mid crit rate. What is this? This is the Claymore, right? Wait a minute. I might just snipe one copy of that for my Sino. Wait, you have a Sino? What? Do you even still use them though? This is a sword. Oh, this is the sword? This is the Claymore? Oh my god. Okay. Damage dealt by skill, elemental burst increased. Okay, oh, skill and burst, okay. Skill hits an opponent. Crit rate will be increased by 2%. When elemental burst hits an opponent, crit rate increased by another 2%. Both of these effects last 10 seconds separately. Have 4 Max stats can be triggered once every 0.1 seconds. Oh, okay. Wait, 2%, 4%, 4 stacks, 16? No. What the? You could get up to, like, am I reading this right? Oh no, okay. I'm stupid. I thought you could get 4 stacks of this and 4 stacks of this. That would have been nuts. 32 crit rate plus this. Okay, so you can get up to 16% crit rate off of this. Well, pretty good weapon for Kaching. Only works off field. Yeah, right. So like pretty good weapon for Kaching. Okay, so what is it again? Skill and burst. Okay, so not very good for, well, I guess usable for Chlorend, but like by the time that your infusion window is done, that'll be like when you get max stacks of this, like the 16% crit rate, and like Chlorend is already like it's already so easy to cap on crit rate on Chlorend. I'm asking you because you have deathmatch and black sword. I'm looking more for fields crafting perspective. Fields crafting. I mean, like, and you know, like, there's reason why I didn't fields craft because this is sort of something that I feel like I have to objectively answer, especially because like I can't, like, I don't know what the new battle pass weapons do off the top of my head. And that's why like I decided to like look at them individually. So I can definitely tell you Deathmatch and Serpent Spine and at least 1 copy of Black Sword would be what I would recommend. I can't recommend. I don't, you know, and I wouldn't be able to recommend the new weapons. Well, at least until now. These are all pretty good actually, and are all like situational. Like they're all situationally good. Like you kind of just have to like look at them and then think if you think you'd ever need them. So Claymore, okay, attack will be increased 60% for 15 seconds. That's a pretty long buff. 15 seconds after being affected by Pyro. This effect can be triggered once every 12 seconds. Okay, so permanent uptime. All elemental damage bonus will be increased by 12% for 15 seconds being affected by. What? 3 seconds being affected by Hydro, Cryo, Electro, or Dendro. Okay, Hydro, Cryo, Electro, or Dendro. So, okay. So, how do you, what? This is kind of hard to, that's a Navia weapon. How is it a Navia weapon? How do you get affected by Hydro, Cryo, Electro, or Dendro? So Hydro, okay, when you use Xingqiu's skill or burst, okay, you're affected by Hydro for like a split second when you swap onto them, onto Navia. But who can make it so that you're affected by Cryo or Electro? So Pyro, easy, like, you know, easy Bennett, right? Okay. This is like super niche. I wouldn't recommend this unless if you know that you're likely to be in like the specific niche where you can proc both of these. But if you're not sure, then yeah. 32% attack, 24% damage. That's pretty nice actually. Yeah, but it's like super niche. Menace burst, Farina's burst. Farina's burst applies Hydro to yourself? Okay. Yeah, but then like, okay, all right. What about in a team with Cryo or Electro or Dendro? I can't think of a way. Sounds like a worse Serpent Spine. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, sounds like a worse Serpent Spine. That's true. It's true. Yeah, the sword's pretty good though. I wish I could open a character archive right now and I'd be able to tell you like which characters it'd be good on. Wow, I wonder if I could clear floor 10 with this account. Alright, so Sack, Spine, Deathmatch, Ballad. Wait, which one's Ballad again? I kind of ignored their names. Ballad. Okay, yeah, for your Sino. Sword? Which sword is better? As many refinements of Sack as I can get my hands on. So, sword, which sword is better? Oh, okay. It depends. Yeah, it depends on like which you see yourself leaning more towards. Right, somebody who does this or somebody who does the normal and charged attack thing. Yeah, this is actually like the opposite of the black sword. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, the opposite of the black sword. Like this is, look, it doesn't buff skill and burst damage, but doing skill and burst damage makes it like just increases your crit rate. Right, so it's like it doesn't buff skill and burst damage, but it promotes skill and burst damage. Whereas the black sword, well, promotes / buffs normal and charged attack damage. Swords only NA and CA buff. The black sword, yes. Normal and charged attack buff. And the healing thing. Don't forget the healing thing. Although it's hardly anything really. I might just skip both swords. Looking towards Jade Cutter one day. Yeah. I think that's ideal. Oh man, I don't know if I could. Wait, can I? What is this thing? This is the boss, right? Wait, is this the boss? You know what? I'm gonna give it a try. It's not. Oh, okay. What was that thing? It was like it was those like new ruin enemies, right? It's a small pyro resistant thingy. Pyro resistant thing. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. One of those new like Natlan ruin enemies.
私は風の行く先をまだ静粛に
じゃあどうぞこちらへ波が来たわよじゃあ行くよ
風の赴くままに頬を垂れろ
Oh, come on.
前博士私は下げす
RJ didn't trigger Zalonin.
貴様の旅はここ。砂の王よ、あなた様のために生贄を用意した。
Darn it. Okay. Traveler doesn't have full energy. Do you think Dory money plots are more villainous and manipulative than the Fatui? Dory money plots than the Fatui. The Fatui, you know, I have to say there haven't been that many direct examples of the Fatui being manipulative and villainous. Like, I don't know, like, is there, okay, can someone give me an example of when the Fatui was villainous? Well, I guess there was, okay, there was the Liyue Archon quest where they tried to prevent us from defeating Osayo, and like I don't really Inazuma. What did they do in Inazuma? Hang on. Oh, giving out delusions. Okay, yeah, right. Okay. Giving out delusions. Okay, that was all right. I gotta say that was pretty bad. Okay, then yeah, no. Compared Dory to that, no. Like Dory's Dory's like a nobody compared to that. Giving out delusions, literally killing like what? Oh, I did not proc Zalonin again, didn't I? RJ, I'm tweaking again. I'm sorry, man. I know. I keep missing. I'm as unhappy about it as you are. Oh god, stop moving, you stupid bird. There you go. Wow, I'm doing it. 410. I really wasn't expecting to go this far. Sean having a stroke right now. I'm sorry, man. Oh my god, I'm so proud of you, RJ. I'm finally doing it, Dad. I'm finally procking. I'm finally procking her skill, Dad. Are you proud of me yet? Please don't go out and buy milk. Oh my god, that hits really hard. This thing's pretty tanky. Wow. Dude. Okay, yeah, no. There's no way I'm doing this. Yeah, level 90 with level 70 characters? Yeah, no way. Also, can you burst on Zelonin so that you heal while you're rotating through your stack to stack Farina? No, that really won't help me that much because like, okay, look at Zelonin on this account. Really won't help me much. Really won't help me much. Did y'all switch roles for what? Or what? Wait, who switched roles? Royal Archon right now. Diona or Qiqi's healing? I feel like Diona is more valuable than Qiqi. Especially because she's a 4-star and she's one of the older 4-stars. More players are more likely to have her at C6. And C6 is like C6 down is pretty good. 200 EM is really good. Oh yeah, I guess we never talked about the banners. Hey, Chasca and Lyney banners are out, and it's okay. Ororon, pretty decent 4-star, pretty decent 4-star. Almost, no, I wouldn't say almost as good as Fischl, but is like a Fischl alternative. Like if you didn't need as much damage as Fischl, but wanted more energy, yeah, it's sort of Ororon. Sucrose, yeah. I mean, like if you don't have Sucrose, then getting a Sucrose is always awesome. But getting more of her constellations, maybe C1 and like everything else really, I don't know. Like it's like eh. I was 5 minutes late while watching the stream. What the heck? No wonder why you were so quiet the whole time. You got a Europe account, RJ? No, no. Well, it's not my account, but my friend's account is on Europe. But yeah, my account, no, no. I have no Europe accounts. Weapon banners. I don't remember what the new weapons do. Wait. They did tweet it out what it does. I love how when I Google Genshin Impact Twitter, it's like everything else comes up before Genshin Impact's official Twitter page. Oh wait, no, I think this one's theirs, the one that came up first. Okay, here. Oh yeah, there it is. The new weapons. Can I zoom in here? Nope. Sword? Oh, I guess the sword is like. Oh, this is an event weapon, isn't it? Okay, yeah, no. I imagine that's probably an event weapon. Alright, attack bow. Decreases gliding stamina consumption. Okay. When using aimed shots. Damage dealt by charge stacks increased by 6% every 0.5 seconds. So you can stack up to 6 times. So 36 percent damage. Remove 10 seconds after leaving aiming mode. Six times. Pretty copium Chasca weapon right there. Visual can't be replaced by Forza. Yeah, that's true. At least not yet. But, you know. A worse Fischl. Fischl can fulfill Ororon's niche, but Ororon can't fulfill Fischl's role. Yeah, that's true. And like, because so Fischl already provides so many particles, I don't know who provides more energy at that point. Like Ororon provides energy, but I think why they made Ororon's like kit have energy generation in it is to try to make him not too much worse than Fischl. I think that's what they did. You know, I think that's the reason why they gave him energy generation. Okay, what's the catalyst do? ER. That's a lot of ER. Okay. Increases swimming stamina. Oh, that's a Milani weapon, if I've ever seen one. Swimming stamina consumption, addition. Okay. Max HP. Oh, wait. Addition 4. After using a skill, max HP increased by 20%. For using Hydro Elemental. What? For every Hydro Elemental type character. Hydro Elemental type? What? Okay. Character. Max HP increased by another 12%. What? Okay. The maximum increase that can be achieved in this way is 24%. Okay. So, Milani and one other Hydro character. Okay, not bad. For 10 seconds, can be triggered every 15 seconds. Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, Milani has pretty, has some downtime too. Also, yeah, you're right. Neuvillette, ER, maybe. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Hang on. Max HP, 20%. 44%. And that's R1. Okay, not bad. That's decent. It's decent. But it being as a what's it called? A limited 4-star lowers this weapon's value by quite a lot more. Not pulling for any new characters, only in phase 2. Yeah, me too, man. Okay, so I don't know, like, is this an event weapon? I don't remember what was in the special program, the 5.2 special program, but either this is this weapon is gonna be on the weapon banner in the second half, or this is an event weapon. So attack, oh, high base attack percent weapon. Okay, characters protected by a shield, damage dealt by normal charge stacks increased by 20%. Normal charge stack crit rate. Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty good. Okay, protected by a shield though. So you have to have a really strong shielder. AKA Zhongli, who also just so happened to be rerunning. Ayaka Chlor and Aito. Ayaka Chlor and Aito weapon. Ayaka, no, because like who, right? Like, who are you gonna use as a shielder for Ayaka? Diona? Diona's gonna be your second cryo character on the team. Ayato, maybe. Chlorind, maybe. Ayato, ideally, no, because Ayato already doesn't have very high deep like multipliers. So like most players trying to use Ayato as an on-fielder are likely gonna want to drop as much defensive capabilities like healing and shielding as they can to get more damage. So it's like, I don't know, like maybe like if you're running like a freeze Ayato team with Layla or something. Sure, I guess. Chlorend, sure. Like if you get annoyed at getting knocked back all the time because like Chlorend, I don't know, it's kind of stupid like why Chlorend doesn't have built-in interruption resistance. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, if you get annoyed by getting knocked back, like by being knocked back all the time. Ayato with Yunjin can have crystallized shields. Ayato with Yunjin. Hang on. Oh yeah, wait, aren't there like, does Yunjin provide like coordinated geo attacks? Like from one of her constellations or something? I don't remember. Neuvillette Zhongli seem too good to be true. Feel lucky for priming Primas. Sorry, excuse me. How many have you saved up, KJU? And C0 Neuvillette OP or need C6? Yeah, C0 Neuvillette can be really strong too. You don't need C6 Neuvillette for him to be really strong. Although C6 Neuvillette is just broken. It's just game-breakingly broken. But C0 Neuvillette can be really strong too. Wow, this account is allergic to Nahida. I've missed two Nahida reruns on this account. Yeah. Alright, I guess this account will just not have Nahida ever. No character in the game needs C6. Well, what about Chevreuse? Dendro Amber? Who's Dendro Amber? Collie? Why would Collie need D6? Floral ring hits. Okay, a miniature. What? Miniature. What the heck is a Koilin Anbar? Is that a burst? What? Okay, deal 200% of Collie's attack as dendro damage. Each floral brush can only create one such miniature. Okay. Was she trash? Okay. I thought there was something special about her C6. Yes it is, Nash. Yes it is. And like if you noticed while like before I teleported here, while I was still at Musk Reef, something popped up over here and those are like my new dailies. Because yeah. You're exactly right. Check her lines, you'll see why people call her Dendro Amber. I mean, she's friends with Amber. That's what I know. Okay, no, I'm. Her puppet and her idol. T6 is amazing for Nilu. Literally her best support on par with Nahida just because her insane Dendro application. Ah, I see. Okay, okay. I mean, yeah. That is true actually. Collie's burst does apply really fast AoE Dendro, which is actually and like the duration isn't as long as Dendro MCs. But it's also like way faster application. So it's like just it's perfect for Nilu. There's a line talking about her doll? Really? Wait. Doll.
Amber's mentioned you before in her letters. I can't believe how much has happened in Mondstadt since I used to think that I'd never... You want to know more about me? If you mean about before I came to Sumeru, then, when I ended up in Mondstadt, I said a lot of things to Amber and the others that I shouldn't have. I still feel ashamed whenever I think about it. I was once taken to someone they call the doctor for treatment for my Elazar. Well, actually, treatment is the wrong word. It was more... experimentation. With skills like... Sorry, does this mean I'm making progress? In response to the... homogenization of crop species. My hobbies? Sewing, practicing gliding, and helping people. Sounds familiar. Well, there's plants and animals. There's ones you can eat and ones you can't. But beyond that, it's all much of a... muchness, really? Shh, don't tell Master I said that. Although, personally,
Okay,
I
can't
guess
seem
I
to
play like trees that have
find
a
it.
hollow in it.
Skill names.
Especially in those moments where I just want to curl up in a
Oh,
ball.
there.
And Master is always reminding me that practice makes perfect. So I sometimes try reading some light novels to improve my reading ability. Because they're at least easier to read than Master's essays. But recently, I was reading this book where the main character has loads of different skills. Each one has a name.
No, that's
I
not
didn't
it.
know a single word in any of them. The title?
Interesting
I think it
things.
was,
Didn't I click on that
Nahida?
already?
Have you read it before?
Why can't I see it? Interesting. What? I'm pretty sure I saw that just now.
You want to know what it is that I'm studying every day?
Oh, here.
Well, there's plants and animals. There's ones you can eat and ones you can't. But beyond that, it's all much of a...
Is there for sure? Yeah, maybe it's
muchness,
these.
really?
Yeah, I don't have it unlocked yet. Anyway, I gotta say, I'm surprised I somehow made it to 3 hours. I somehow made it to 3 hours. I really wasn't, you know, I was like fully prepared to stream for like 1 hour today. Because I knew that I didn't have anything to do other than like do Abyss on this account. And do, like just, well, do weekly bosses and dailies on my 3 accounts. And I was like fully prepared to just stream for like 1 hour. Well, hey, at least I'm glad it didn't end up being like a cringe, like way too short stream.
Oh, how many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1.
Anyway, let's just say she'd like to be more than friends with Amber. What?
I'll get to that.
Yikes. Kachina and Candace C6 are nice. Oh, Candace C6, yeah, especially for Arlecchino specifically. I don't know what Kachina C6 does though. Maybe she wants to be her daughter. Huh. I feel like dying. I'm tired, but not tired. Well, okay. In that case, I better get off then. Anyway, that's all for me for today, guys. If you guys need any help building your characters, accounts, and making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the message in YouTube chat. If you want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Sleep tight. Yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping. Full watch time. Hey, haven't done that in a while, one person, but also you've been busy, and I also haven't been streaming as much lately. So yeah. Anyway, bye everyone. Thanks for being here. Like a bunch of you guys have been here like since, like, you know, for a pretty long time now. Basically the whole stream today. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.